I'm there. Okay.
Recording in progress.
How you doing?
Lights are on, lights are on, red lights on, red lights on. Be quiet. Shh.
You okay?
Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set.
I'll just turn you up a little bit. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. This meeting is being recorded.
I just get a wee cup of tea.
I have got a coffee on. I'll go and grab.
Okay.
The old Captain Bialetti is slowly
What are you
erupting his
smoking?
black fucking gold. What am I smoking? Crack, mate.
It looks like a golden Virginia.
Yes.
Oh, that was a good guess.
Have you seen it? I mean, because you're sitting in the land where you can actually, a human being can afford to smoke Golden Virginia. You know
Well,
how much it, you know how much it is for a fucking 50 gram pouch in the stair in my shop
let me have a guess. I'll guess about £8.
for 50 gram,
Maybe four then. Between eight and
45 quid.
50 grams. How many cigarettes do you get in 50 grams?
I don't know. Last me about 2 days.
2 days. 50 quid.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
So
serious.
I mean, my mates get is half the rigs. Know what I mean? Or people coming back to holidays. Otherwise, you couldn't be able to afford to smoke. Know what I mean?
You got mates that work up in Aberdeen?
No, Dubai and fucking the north. Like they go on or they mad. Have you seen the mad wind turbine things? Of course,
Aye.
you're. Aye, they. So,
Right.
so it's not so much oil rigs anymore. People go and they go fixing the big mad fucking War of the Worlds looking motherfuckers. Yeah, I think.
Jesus Christ.
Mm. Hold on, I gotta go grab my coffee. Hey, what's that? Did you put that pink tie on especially for me?
Aye.
Yeah,
Aye.
you like that hingy heel like the pink link.
So you got you in the studio. How's it going there, man? You had a gig at the weekend?
Fucking nine takes its time. Still no ready. Do you
Yeah.
not drink coffee in the morning?
I've had two double espressos just in the square.
Yes, see, I normally have. Aye. You need it. Like, you can go down and socialise before you caffeinate.
Not
Like, ask questions
socialize.
to people. Eh?
I don't really socialize. Just have
What's
a
the
coffee.
flag? Is that an India flag?
I don't know what it is. India could be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I only know them for the football.
Oh, don't talk about the Fitbit man. For
It's
the...
like you better just steer clear of football and politics. Aye.
Yeah. What about you? Did you play a gig at the weekend?
I did a couple of weeks ago. Aye.
And the
Yeah.
Russian was that in the Russian?
Yeah. It's like a kinetic theatre. This guy's brought all these amazing mechanical sculptures over for Russia.
Been there for years. I remember I used to go to a place next door because
Mm,
when you were signing on, you had to pretend you were looking for work or go to a scheme. And there was a place next door where I used to play the drums, but I think it's I don't know what it is now, but that building was really cool. So there was a place above transmission or something like that.
right, they've got like 3 days to save that building because the council, when they were in Britain's inimitable pomp and ceremony, as we know it as their want in Glasgow City's council's massive supporting of the fucking arts, they're trying to fucking close it. They've quadrupled the rent.
Right.
Trying to get like 3 days or some shit. People are. It's all over social media in it, but how much that apparently I don't know the proper ins and outs, and I wouldn't want to speak out of turn, but they're cockins. They've got them to ransom, you know what I mean? Short term leases, quadrupling the rent, you know what I mean?
Same here, man.
There's
Same
all
everywhere.
there's all sorts of good stuff in there as well.
Is
Like,
that above
no,
transmission then, or is it next door or between there and the print studio?
round the corner. But I think that there's loads of stuff like a print studio in it and stuff. I'm not sure if it's the actual Glasgow print studio, but there's loads of wee kind of uh, aye, shit that helps people, know what I mean? So you let thing, and it is they're just strangling the art. I mean, I'm not really, I've never been any kind of member of the art scene or anything like that. You know what
Aye.
I mean? But it's like there's loads of kind of like workshops for people that actually kind of need a bit of social interaction and a bit of kind of help that going in there. I know more stuff about that than I would about any of the actual art. I always feel a bit kind of uncomfortable running about art galleries and that kind of thing. You know, like,
Yeah, I always thought this money went to the wrong people. Anyway, it was like if you're in a
yeah.
jazz band, you'll get a bunch of money, but if you're playing punk or something, no one's going to give you anything, right?
Oh, I'm in a jazz band.
You're in a jazz band, are you?
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
don't get
don't,
funding for that, do you?
I mean, I couldn't listen to punk, man. I mean, I've never been able to listen to punk. I mean, it just tiny, you're like that. It's like a bunch of Waynes fucking screaming, sitting in a puddle. And, my mouth is wet, my mouth is wet, my mouth is wet. You're like that. I get the ethos of punk to me is completely different to punk music. You know what I mean? Sunrise punk. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Miles Davis is punk.
uh,
This one keeps going. I need to neutralize the beeper. The world is full of beeps.
so is the record you've just done coming out on vinyl or what?
It's it. Aye.
Oh,
I
cool.
kind of whispered out. It's just there's a back to that stuff again. There's just stuff I don't know anything about. Is like algorithms, promotion, and actually try to pop your head above the parapet that you're assigned by the powers that be. In it. Yeah.
So what you just did you actually so you print like a couple of hundred copies and then just stick them in the shop or what? How does it work?
It's gone through last night for Glasgow record label.
Cool.
Uh, but they've got a kind of great ethos. There's a kind of socialist kind of idealism. You join this kind of subscription thing, and they put things out with people who are on the label. Uh, all that stuff's dry. I'm not. See, nowadays you have to I mean, cover every angle of all that stuff. I'm just a song and dance man. I belong in a room full of instruments or people to entertain them and play mad shit. When it comes down to selling thyself, know what I mean? I'm much better at selling fucking, things that only myself.
Ah, that's cool that you're getting gigs and getting the music out, but
Well, we're playing again in the Doublet, which is tiny,
oh cool, the
and
Dublin's
thingy, in June.
is that
Uh,
Gibson Street?
we only played there for a couple of years. I just round the corner, at the Park Road, which, well, I found out an interesting fact the other day. That's where Trotsky, no Trotsky, Trotsky grew up.
Who?
Alexander Trotsky.
Trocky. Oh right, yeah, is that him that was doing the stuff with Joseph Boys?
Yeah, the kind of Scottish representation of the left bank, kind of beat poets, kind of stuff. You know what I mean, he cut about with Ginsberg and
Ah,
Burroughs and shit like that. You know what I mean,
I thought he was an Edinburgh guy, but no.
and I grew up in Hingy, Park Road, apparently a posh junkie.
Glasgow Italian.
People like people like a posh junkie. If I don't get us talking.
Boss junkie. Right. All right. Oi, where'd you go, Robert?
Oh,
Hey, let's do the 10 questions then. I can try and remember what they are, right? Because I like that.
Right, do you like my mug?
Aye, who's that? You
It's
can't cut.
Deadwood. Deadwood. So it says, you cannot cut the throat of every cocksucker whose character it would improve.
You cannot cut the throat of every cocksucker who's.
Whose character it would improve.
That's a bit. You have to think about that, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's so true.
So, if you.
Right,
So, fine.
10 questions,
All
10
right, okay.
questions.
Right, favorite color,
Favorite color? Red.
favorite book.
Oh, yeah, Tropic of Cancer.
By who? Who wrote that?
Tropic of Cancer, Henry Miller.
Anyway, okay. Favorite film,
Oh, on the waterfront.
building.
Oh, favorite building. Hmm, I've never had a favorite building.
You must have one that
Hmm.
you went inside and you're like, wow, this is cool. Like mine's is that place in Rome with a hole in the middle. Forget what it's called.
The Polo Mint.
The
The
ball.
Colosseum.
No, not the Colosseum. The one in Rome with the hole in the middle, the round place. I forget what it's called.
The fucking
You been to
Vatican.
Rome?
Now, see, I think that buildings are all man. It depends what you put in them and who's in them. The people make the buildings.
Right. So, what's your favorite building? Just give us a building.
You're a building.
You have to have been in it.
Oh, after I've been in it.
Of course.
Well, I loved our old studio over in Govan, which is thingy, a place called GTAC,
GTAC. There we go.
and you go all the way up. It's on Water Row in Govan, right next to my dentist.
Okay. Okay. That's five.
So you go up all these, you go up all these stairs, right, and then you're met with this massive hall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which they still do a lot of stuff. Thingy, I think there's a thing on a Tuesday night. Remember Gel Reed for Dawson and all that?
Mm-hmm.
He's doing like performances in there, and it's like dance and all that stuff. He joined at the tail end of when I was there. You go in and there's massive hall, right? And there's like a wee balcony, you know what I mean? You can go out with Mussolini, I mean, and address like seagulls and the young team used to smash up, you know, the bikes.
Mm-hmm.
You get a code and you take them. They used to go and like just take them and smash them up. You could watch for the balcony, like the young
All
team
right.
actually
The lime.
terrorizing these bicycles.
The lime
Yeah,
bikes.
you know, yeah, this is real shit. You know what I mean? Like these poor wee bastards are so bored that they're like just smashing it or fuck it all. Yeah,
So it's just like a
I
Victorian build.
kind
It's
of.
probably 100 years old or more. Like an
Yeah.
old Victorian
But the
hall.
weirdness is it's like a hall at the top of the thing, and then it looks like it's been a grain store or something. Man, yeah, kind of idea is it's probably been something much more sinister in the
Uh,
past.
I used to see bands
Yeah.
in around there. Like I've seen the Go-Betweens in Govan in a centre.
Mhm.
I think it was just Govan Town Hall that they played. But
Or maybe the Pierce Institute or something.
uh, and there's a Masonic hall there
Uh,
as well, right? Same sort of area.
I see the thing. Yeah, I think that this hall might have Masonic leanings or something connected to some like all that the kind of tobacco bar and shit in it.
Uh,
But
okay, that's
I mean,
five.
I've got a lot of affection for Govan. I like the thing. I do the radio show over there as well.
Oh,
My mad pirate ship themed radio.
that's not
Uh,
Clyde Built Radio, is it?
no, it's Sonny Govan.
Sonny Govan. All
I've
right.
been doing that for like 5 years or something. Monday night, 10 o'clock, 103.5 FM.
And you just take a bag of vinyl over there. Is that how it works?
No, no, no. I think well, I started doing it during the lockdown because the station shut. So I've got all the stuff here, so I do it here and send it in. But their whole thing is that they have people. There's a community there, a wee family. There's loads of people. They teach them to DJ. They teach them to, well, even just basic stuff, what computers, do CVs, all that stuff. Is kind of great kind of stuff for the community. Yeah.
Do you talk between the
Obviously,
records?
I'm a bit of a hermit. I just stay over here in my wee hole
Uh,
and do my show and send it out.
do you talk between the records?
Very, very occasionally. You know what I mean, I've
Uh,
got wee thingy panels that I got loads of my pals to do wee kind of mad pirate skits. Yeah, thingy, Captain, and all that kind of shit. So I'll put that on a thingy. Uh, so one of the things that I don't like about radio is that people, the person presenting it makes it about them, and there's a
uh,
kind of, I know this about music, and I'm going to tell you about it.
uh.
There's a kind of long down your, I don't know, no all radio, but that was what put me off radio after kind of
I
John
should do a
Peel
phone
was
in.
about.
And I always
Uh,
thought I'd do a phone in and then give advice like an agony uncle or something.
oh yeah. Now imagine what hanging. If you give somebody advice and they take it, you're banging trouble, aren't you? Because
Yeah,
it could
man.
go either way.
So.
Never give advice.
All
Give
right.
your experience. I'll give you my experience on something, but if I give you advice, it's putting the ball back into my court. You can have the ball.
Uh, I take responsibility.
Aye.
What about your favorite drink?
Uh, water.
Aye, that's the best one. The best drink there is. People don't tell you that.
You don't. And
Like, drink
the
this
reality is, if you
shit.
don't drink it, you're gonna die.
You're fucked.
But when you get to a certain age and you're like that, there's people I know don't drink water, and you're like that. You're made of water.
I barely drink water, but I mean, I drink everything else, but I don't really drink water.
Well, I get backed into a corner with a urologist, right? So there's a camera up my pee hole, right? Well,
Oh,
having a
shit.
wee peeking about in my bladder, right? And this woman in full she was lovely, but she had a Gestapo voice, right?
That's
Like,
agony, that.
oh, how many espressos do you drink a day? Like that, right? Yeah. So I tell her a nominal figure like 18 or something like, tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. And I'm like, all right, 24, 25. And you go like that, right? You're drinking 25 espressos a day and you're not drinking enough water. What's going to happen is you're going to end up with a camera up here in places that you don't want cameras.
Uh, I think I've had four already, but not 24.
Well, people come round and the ritual is you put on the biraletti on the stove, you thingy, it's like my place, because I mean, I don't go out as much as I used to, so people come here and
Uh,
you go like that. So it's like people arrive, you get the coffee, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So I end up buying smaller coffee pots. Yeah.
okay, I
It's
think
that, it's that
number
or cut people out your life.
uh favorite drug? I suppose it's coffee.
Favorite drug? Tobacco.
Tobacco, aye. Right, there's a few
Mm.
favorite form of transport.
Uh, it used to be the train when the train click clacked.
Aye.
No, the trains don't click clack anymore. It used to be really good for writing because I'm from Ayrshire, right? So I would come up and down to Glasgow on the train and it would click clack, and I'd have my wee pad out, and because of the rhythm of the click clacks, I could be able to write lyrics. You know what I mean? And have wee ideas for tunes. No, I mean, yeah, it's just this. Mm, mm,
Uh,
Yeah, how do you write a rhythmic lyric to a you can't.
no. Whereabouts in Ayrshire are you
You,
from?
soul coats.
Oh shit, Saltcoats. Well,
Mm.
never, I
Tell me
don't
where you're from.
yeah, Saltcoats. Right, there's two
Yeah.
more that I can't remember the other two. Food.
Food.
Favorite.
Food. I'm a big fan of the croissant.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Sophisticated.
Well, Right back in the day, I used to stay in Gibson Street with Big Derek. Mind Big
Uh,
Derek?
Aye, there you go.
Aye.
What
Aye.
band was he in?
And
He was in a few bands.
I was in that band. He got me in his band when I was like 16. Yeah, it's called Reed. Right, hang on.
Oh,
I'll
aye.
record it.
I've got a wee 7 inch of them. That's really good.
Hang on.
It's really good, actually. Who's that?
That is Mrs. Frog.
Is that your missus?
There's Layla. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
shit tiny. Uh, I think that she obviously forgets that we're doing this. I forgot we were doing this. You forgot we were doing this.
Ah, that's right. I forgot. I've got you. Oof. So is that your better half?
Yeah, infinitely. Aye.
Is she in the band as well?
Yeah, she's a secret weapon.
Aye, bass.
Yeah. No, no, not just bass. She brings all sorts of counter melodies and actual melody to the affair. I'm a strong cock. You know what I mean? She brings far more than she's gave the credit for. It was, it was Holger Zucchi's birthday yesterday and Carol Kay. You know, Holger Zucchi and Carol Kay were born on the same day.
So that is the guy from Cannes, is it?
The guy for Can and Carol Kay done all the everything she was in. She played with Hal Blaine on the drum, done all the session stuff, all the Phil Spector stuff. I mean,
All right, is she a bass player then?
I think she'd maybe done Motown, Hunters and stuff like Redbird, all the every amazing record that
Oh,
you go with that.
is she in the
It's
cutting
probably
crew?
her on the bass.
Is she in the cutting crew?
What are they called again? It's something like that.
I think it's the cutting crew.
The wrecking
Aye,
crew.
the wrecking crew. That was it. Not the cutting crew. The wrecking crew.
The cutting crew is like Yaz or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the only way is up, baby.
The wrecking crew. Aye.
You and me now.
But are they
Yeah.
both still alive?
I think Carol Kay is, but Holger's now.
And you're looking good, man. You're looking all right. What are you, 55? Same as me, right?
No, I'm 50. Comical little geezer, you look funny when you're 50. I
We're doing all right.
just turned 50 in January there. Yeah.
Aye, we've got the same kind of birthday, more or less. Capricorns.
Capricorns, goats, old stubborn old goats.
Stubborn. Yeah.
Stubborn, stuck halfway up a mountain and no willing to budge.
It's one of the most negative signs you can be, I think.
See, I always worry when people start talking about that stuff. And I mean, it's like religion. And what you sulking about?
It is
But
exactly. Yeah. What's the
there's
positive?
there's loads of stuff written about that astrology. If you actually looked in it, it was probably okay. But like astrology to me is like Russell Grant. Remember him? Like, you're like Mystic Meg and Russell Grant. You're like that. Here's one lot of maniaca, and you're going to lap it up. So
Nah.
it's like somebody's coming at me, like, oh, what sign are you? And you're like, get away from me.
No, it's all that star stuff, and like it actually makes sense, like Stonehenge and all that.
Well, I was down there, but you can't get near it. You know what I
Uh,
mean?
have
But
they
when
got?
there's other one you can't because you go there. What you want to do ultimately is go and touch these things. I mean, I met a few weirdos running about it. That was funny. And there you go. There's something in that ley line stuff.
Definitely. I mean,
See
I
that?
drove, I drove past it, but you're right. There's a fence around it now, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I think that people went and protested and in their neon clays and chucked paint on it or something. You know
And
what I
there's
mean?
a tunnel underneath it. Is that right?
Oh, is there?
I don't know. Maybe
I
not.
don't know either. I mean, there's
We keep
tunnels
right.
everywhere.
We
And
keep,
for my 50th birthday, one of the things was to go down to Sawny Bean's cave. We've not been yet because the weather's been terrible. Well, that's it. No Sonny Bean the cannibal.
is that near Glasgow, isn't
It's down near where I was born. It's just
it?
down past Girvan on the coast, a big massive cave. So apparently they killed and ate about 1,000 people.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
And that's
But
not, it's open. It's like just a public cave, right? It's not
it's
been.
just it's the middle of bloody neighbours. You have to make the effort to go here and go down and make sure the tide's out. But it's like 200 meters it goes in. Layla's like that, right? I'll go with you, but I'm gonna get a bit of wool, and you take the bit of wool, and I'm gonna go in with a torch and a machete and keep a hold of the bit of wool. It's probably apparently it's all been graffitied and stuff like that. But you hope that you can go in and it doesn't reek of piss. You know what I
Maybe
mean?
we could do that. I might be over for Easter, and maybe that'd be something I could do with my son. How
Oh, you'd like that, right? It'd probably be quite scary, but thingy, I mean, you make a laugh at it, don't you?
you get a train from Glasgow to Saltcoats in 45 minutes, right?
We've got our motor, just drive to.
Aye, but I mean, if we got the train, it would be about
Ah,
45
yeah,
minutes.
the train doesn't clack anymore. What have I been trying to tell you?
Uh,
You know, click clack.
and then how far from Saltcoats train station to this cave would that be? Is that a major walk?
I know you would get the train to Ayr or Stranraer.
Ah,
In Stranraer you would come up and Ayr you would go down.
it's nice down there.
Um, so actually taking public transport would be like thingy. By the time you got there, it would be dark. I think you're better just to drive down, park up near it. Uh,
But you're not who's driving? Is Layla driving? Is that what you mean?
aye, aye, aye. I mean, you guessed well there. Nobody's putting me behind the wheel. And
Ah.
like that, driving along, go, oh, well, attention span and that. Mm. I mean, the only thing I can properly concentrate on is music. That's the only thing that I can actually
Yeah,
tune into and do. Is that the 10 questions? Have I answered them or did I win?
I think that was a bit. I think we missed a couple, but it doesn't matter.
What did I win?
There was no. I don't think there was a prize, was there?
You ended up playing a game that there's no prize.
It's not even a game, is it? It's just
What a fucking game! What a fucking game!
I don't know. So what's happening today? Who's
I'm going to
visiting?
nick over and see my, well, nick over and see my boy in the afternoon, but this
Oh,
is my
aye.
day off. So,
How old
new,
is your
new,
boy? Must be 25.
he's 28. Mm,
28.
mm.
How's he doing?
He's doing good. He's doing music, all that stuff. Right? He's like made the horrific decision to do the same kind of stuff as I do. You know,
Aye.
well, but the reality is he's really, really good at it uh, in his own steam as opposed to anything to do with mine or his ma's, know what I mean?
Very
You
cool.
know, it's actually got a fantastic ear.
Are you playing guitar or what? Everything?
Who, me?
Him.
Him? And, he's doing a lot of production. He plays the guitar and sings in his band called Candy Maps. And writes the stuff, but his production is that stuff around about that age. You start to tipple about where everything goes and
Hmm.
how you can manipulate that kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's cool. So you're going to go and see him? How is it?
Aye,
How is it?
where's the Baldugo of the day?
He's at school and he's with his Morris week, and
Ah,
next week where it's Easter, so he might come over to Glasgow. I don't know.
yeah,
Got things to sort out, but I don't know. It's weird. To fucking. It's not so easy to fly over.
yeah.
Uh, but we might come over. Might come up and chap your door.
Well, you're welcome here anytime. You'll get a piece at my door.
A feast.
A piece.
He's still in the same. He's still
Yeah.
party, huh?
Have you seen where they're doing with breed thingy? There's like sourdough breed they sell here in like thirds. There's this guy Jason, right? Jason's sourdough. It's called. It's
Uh-huh.
a third of a loaf.
Okay.
It's about 3.5 quid for a third of a loaf. That means that the full loaf is like 9 quid.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. But do you remember? I mean, talking of 7 inches, you said you'd had our one when around about that same time. Dawson put a thing out, and there was a song called "The Bears Den to Baghdad," and there's a immortal line in it. He says, "76 pence for a loaf of bread." Like, right? I mean, imagine how raging he is now. Fucking 9 quid, mate.
Is it really? That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
yeah, I mean, the cost of living crisis they call it, innit? You go like that, right? A bunch of fucking rats.
I don't know. It's got to something's got to give at some point, no?
Well,
People
that's
just
what happens.
accept it.
Capitalism turns into hyper-capitalism, eats its own tail, and then you're left with the fallout of that. But we're going into the kind of tail-eating fallout kind of stage, I think. Well, hopefully, you know what I mean?
Still seems like nothing's happening. People just accept it.
Mm. Mm.
And still they're
Well,
look
that
at wait until they're starving.
they set all that up first, and then they make sure that nobody's going to say booty a goose before they start moving the goalposts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody, people are trapped in fear. I think it's economic fear. Same thing as 1933, innit? Nobody's saying anything because they're trying to just feed themselves. You know what I
Aye.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah, we're
But
fucked.
no, it's mad. So I'll keep a record by for you when you come over.
Brilliant. Aye. Aye. What is it? I mean, was it just like a 40-minute, six tracks or what?
32 minutes.
32 minutes.
Well, just the blueprint for that kind of thing is, you know, Gree by Dr. John, don't you?
No. I know
Ah,
what you mean.
right. So Gree by Dr. John is like the perfect length. You know what I mean? You don't go looking for other music when you finish it. You put on again.
Okay, so is it four tracks on each side?
12 or six on each side, six and
Whoa.
six,
Short. Cool.
six, six, six.
Right. And what's the name of the album?
It's called Gung Ho.
Gung Ho, right? And there's
Yeah.
like nine, you got nine people playing on it, right?
Eh, about eight, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, everybody interchanges. Like Duplo.
Right.
Remember Duplo, the kind of wee mad, the kind of slightly bigger version of Lego.
All right. Okay, now I'm with you. Aye,
Yeah.
aye.
It doesn't
Okay.
hurt you as much when you stand on it. You know what I mean?
Right, right, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. What's
For
that?
the lower age group. You know what I mean?
What's
Lego's
that?
probably for, you have to be like three before you can use Lego. Like Duplo's, yeah, toddler stuff. But yeah, it's interactive and interchangeable is, yeah, that's that kind of thing that, well, you know, obviously I'm a massive Miles Davis fan, so I think changing the lineup up and moving things changes the
Uh-huh.
complete dynamic of songs. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Uh, you take something like Elevator to the Gallows, right, where he's playing with, he lands in Paris and he just plays with his French guys, makes one of the most beautiful soundtracks to like, a film that's ever been made. Then
Elevator
you
to the
go on,
Gallows. I've not heard that.
yeah,
Is that what movie is that?
I think it's, is it Louis Malle or Buñuel? I'm not sure. Is it Moreau that's in it? Is it Jean Moreau?
All right, I like
Uh,
her. She was in uh
yeah,
Jules and Jim. Jules.
yeah. Or like, it's like, is that the only film that God have made that anybody can watch? You know what I mean? I don't
So
know.
Elevator to the Gallows is a brilliant title, actually. Is that the name of the
Yeah.
movie?
Well, yeah. So I'd massively recommend just sitting down and putting the soundtrack on.
Elevator to the Gallows. Is it like 50s cool jazz like
That's
Chet Baker?
it's far cooler than Chet Baker.
Okay. Nah, nothing's cooler than Chet Baker,
Oh
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Miles on his game at that point is cooler than Chet Baker.
Uh,
Chet Baker even knows that. You know what I mean, Chet
okay.
Baker goes plays with Evans after that, doesn't he? So it's like Miles Davis with Bill Evans kind of blue era and all that. You go like that. That's the stuff that is completely untouchable. That and Coltrane's quartet.
Okay.
You ever seen the Elvin Jones documentary?
No.
Yeah. Elvin Jones was Coltrane's drummer in the quartet, right? Never a happier character will you see with this big smile drumming, right? And so there's a whole documentary with him that he kind of left after Coltrane brought in another drummer. Is it? Which I know his name, but then if I drop it in and it's rang, then I will be
Trouble.
forever raging. It's what? Why was I talking about? Uh, Elevator, the Gallows.
Aye, it's such a good title.
No, so the interchangeability of musicians and people and what
Uh,
people bring, what what people bring to the equation and their energy and their, it's not about notes or anything like to do with character. I
that's
mean,
brilliant.
yeah.
I
So
agree, man.
you change character, you and personality, and everybody interprets stuff in their own way, and swapping them out. And specifically, the song is always the boss. You know what I mean?
I was always again, even when it comes to any kind of art form, and it's not about technique, it's more about the character of the person, and having a great technique doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, well, that's the Miles Davis says, and then this quote's attributed to him, but it's probably somebody else said it before him. He says the note's just 20%, the other 80%'s the attitude of the motherfucker playing it,
Yeah, yeah.
and you go like that.
Completely.
Everybody I play with, and I've played with people over. I mean, what I don't know how many years is that, 35 or something like that, right?
Aye.
Anybody who doesn't listen to other people or has some kind of virtuosity that they think that their fingers are more important than the song is just out,
Mm.
man. That's how we get called the rotations because it was like a revolving door policy, just how you get to fuck. I mean, yeah, musicians are like the worst. I mean, artists,
Aye.
actors, and musicians. I mean, if you call yourself any of these things, then you're probably right. A fucking no mark.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. It's not about that.
Alchemy. Alchemy is what it's about. It's like
Mm.
the coming. It's like the communal coming together of character and thingy, humanity. Which then, if you can't transmit that, then people won't get that out of the music. I mean, all the
What do you
music
think?
that we like has got that.
Just because it's 2 minutes to answer this, but what do you think's but more healing, right? Healing, like as in just to make you uplifting. Is it like a visual form of art, like a movie or something, or an oral kind of thing? Where it comes for me, definitely, I would say it's oral. I would rather lose my eyes than my ears. What would you rather?
I'm terrified of losing my hearing. Right?
Uh,
Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to be faced with that choice, but you go like
but you
that.
know what I mean? It's
Uh,
music. I'd rather there was. I think people say that movies are the highest form of art, but I would say no. It's probably music.
yeah. Well, music's managed to continue through art like, as an art form, and I think where people anybody can do it. You know what I mean, there's a kind of gatekeeping round about filmmaking, and you look, you go with that. Is it okay for somebody to cut about and do their own film and then it go out to the masses? It isn't really anymore. You've got your auteurs, you've got your, I mean, you've still got Herzog's 85, 83, still
Mm.
making movies, right? Still on probably a shoestring budget because nobody will touch it, right? But he does it. But that takes a certain character to push that through. You like David Lynch, David Lynch even try to tell him what to do and like change Twin Peaks and change his films and all. You're like,
Uh,
what? I
yeah,
mean,
it's just different. You shouldn't really compare them or say one's better than the other.
it's like apples and bananas, isn't it? I mean,
Uh,
yeah.
wasn't Herzog going on about keeping politics out of movies recently? Was that a thing? Was that
I
a
don't
thing?
know. It's clickbait, isn't it? I mean,
Aye.
it's like you've got to what you got to be really, really careful now about what you're attributing to who, because maybe they've taken some minute sentence that he said once, you know what I mean, and made something some asshole wants you to read their really, really shit AI written fucking magazine, you know what I mean? You know, like that. Everything's politics.
Aye.
I mean, you say you're not into politics, your landlord is and your employer is. So,
Aye.
you know
Everything
what I
is,
mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
Just everything.
So,
Mm. Every choice you
but
make.
also, they've got that thing. It's like you don't want to separate. When you're making an art form and you're putting it out to the public, you
Hmm.
want it to be available to everybody. So, in a sense, you go like that. Does your political persuasion need to be of such to listen to or watch this? No. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah.
Yeah.